Welcome back to RTS and week 7 of our summer space shape up. And as you can clearly tell, this is not my fabulous mom, but her perfect protege, which is the second in command, which is moi. And so she has me doing this little intro, which she better keep in, otherwise she will be hearing from me. So this week we have the word maintain, and as you know, with summer we have so many hectic things going on, and the word maintain is just so prevalent for summer because you have to maintain so many things going on with the summer because it's such an important thing. Because between doing your craft and between taking care of your families, you have to maintain so many different things. So that's why it's extremely important. So before I start rambling on and make a fool of myself and say something incorrect, I'm going to let my mom take over and explain more about maintaining your scrapbooking supplies and your desk. So without further ado, here is my fabulous mom.
Oh, you're too sweet. Oh my gosh. I love you. Okay, look what I had. I had an intro to my intro. Yes, my little girl wanted to come in and say hello to my beautiful people. And I said, there you go, there's the notes. And she said, well, I don't know what that says. We had a ton of fun. I think that might have been the 10th time we tried it, but oh my goodness, when you can get your family involved with your scrapping and your crafting, go for it, ladies, go for it. Okay, so we are definitely up on week 7 of our summer space shape up, and I'm telling you what, we got the work cut out for us. If you're level 2 gal. Okay, level 1 you got a little easy. So let's get cracking. What is that, cracking a smacking? That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so on week 7, what are we gonna do? First of all, we're gonna maintain. Keep the desk clean, keep the work surface clean, left to right. What do you got going on? Well, I will tell you right now, I have it all going on. You would think I haven't cleaned anything in a week, but I have. It's just that I have a lot of props out for the video. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to maintain our desk. Have you put away your inspiration pieces? I'm looking around. Have I gotten anything new? No, I've been doing good with that. Now, what's the next group that we have to take care of? Our paper, pattern paper, cardstock, paper pads, scraps, you name it. And there went a phone. We're just going to pretend that other cell phone's not ringing. Okay. So, oh yes. Okay, hello. We're going to keep on going because my daughter cannot do another intro. Okay, so yes, how is the paper situation, your inspiration, and then also too, we talk about stamps and punches and washi, and believe me, let me tell you something, if there's just a category you can't get to, that's okay. Maybe we'll repeat this in the fall. Yes, maybe that would be a good idea. Someone remind me. Sharon, Karen, Sandy, Diane, anybody remind me, we'll do it in the fall. Okay, so let's go to do photos. Okay, now, the last couple videos I gave a photo tip, and so I think I'm going to do another one this week, but of course, address a handful of photos, 15 minutes, okay? It doesn't have to be anything major. Just the simple fact that you're doing something with your photos every week this summer is a big deal, okay? Honestly, even if you just go print 10, you got it going on, which I think is what I'm going to do today. I'm actually going to print some photos. Okay, so a photo tip. Now, what I have laying in front of me is a layout, which that's going to be coming up, right? That's a category that's coming up. So what I wanted to say with a photo tip, when you go to put layouts away, excuse me, I have to get a drink here in a minute. Because that's what we talked about last week, right? Let me get a drink. Last week we talked about, honestly, with our page protectors. And so when we go to put layouts away, is this something you do? Do you take a photo cleaning cloth and do you clean your photos, just your photos, and do you clean them before you put them in a page protector? Now, years ago, that was the in thing to do, and I think people have gotten out of that. Now, this is a photo cleaning cloth from Creative Memories, and I'll ask my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful friend Vicki. She is a Creative Memories demonstrator or salesperson. Well, I'm not sure what they call each other now, but I'll see if they still have these, and I'll have her put a link to where you can get them, because I'll ask Vicki. And I think I have some. Oh, see now how I get distracted. But I think that's, well, okay, I'll be talking about that in just a minute. Okay, so do you clean your photos? okay? And I will tell you, it's a good thing, because once you put them into page protectors, you're basically saying you're done handling that layout. So why not take this step? Now, I wouldn't do it with what you already have in there. I'm saying from today forward, you know, wipe off those photos, because we do. We get smudges, we get fingerprints. Why not just give them one more extra touch of love and care? Okay, so I will ask Vicki, because Creative Memories is the only company I know that ever came out with them. Maybe we will start a new trend. And honestly, this is just basically a piece of, what would you call that? Velour, felt, not felt. I don't know. It's like a polishing cloth. I don't know if you could use the same thing with jewelry. I don't know. Maybe someone, does anybody know the answer to that? So that was the tip. Use a photo cleaning cloth. Okay, now the next thing, what we're going to do. Layouts. That's what we're going to talk about. I'm so sorry. My daughter had me laughing so hard. All I'm going to say is I had to make a trip to the bathroom. She had me laughing so hard, and it's taking me a while to get back to the program. She's amazing. Yeah, it just keeps me in stitches. Okay, so layouts. That's what we're going to talk about. So, for just level 1 gals, what are we going to do? We're going to do 2 things, okay? First of all, you're going to gather all up, because, you know, we have them everywhere. Okay, well, I have some on display. I have some in another room. I have some, yeah, I just got them everywhere. Okay, but I know what pile they're in. Okay, so that would be my next tip, is to put them in piles. The pile that needs to be put away, I'm so sorry. The pile that needs put away, and then the pile that needs addressed, meaning there's something unfinished, and we all have them, okay? I have a huge stack of them, okay? So in this case, this is a layout that I don't have the journaling finish on, okay? Then this little cute with the twine and the whale and the, yeah, and I even took this twine and made it look like ripples in the water. Yes, that's when you have time to play, okay? That's not this summer. So, again, you know, I have a stack of layouts here, and if you go to level 2, we'll go into a little bit more about that. But for the level 1, just gather them and then maybe make 2 piles. A pile that needs put away and a pile that needs addressed. That's all I would simply do, okay? So then after you do the layouts, what are we going to talk about next? Okay. Wow. I definitely, oh, wow. Okay, what are we going to do? And you know this group was going to come up too. Alphas. And I said that to my daughter. So, well, this is what we're talking about. She goes, well, what is that? I said alphabets. And she said, oh, okay. So our alphas. Okay. So now if you're like me, and most of us have more than, I mean, we have a category of alphas, but we have different sizes and kinds of alphas, right? Most of us have thickers, and then just regular alphas, and then mini alphas. Okay. That is basically. Now, if you're a gal that just has a little, say, you know, you don't have a ton like some of us do, you just simply gather them up and maybe put them in a better basket, a bigger bin, something that's more suitable to how you scrap now, okay? You simply could just put them in a, you know, a cute little bin, okay? And then once you gather them all up, and I doubt that many of us just have alphas laying to the left and to the right, and you know, they're just all over your room. I doubt that that's the case for most of us. But maybe you're someone who goes to crops and you have alphas in a bin here, you got them in a bag there, you got some in your trunk, you got some on your desk. You know, just gather them up. And then I would say the next step for alphas, because this isn't very involved, okay? Maybe you need to think about where to store them in your craft space or your craft area, because this is something you use on every layout, so it needs to be accessible. So that would be my second little step, I would say, for alphas. Other than gathering them, think about where you have them. Maybe put them in a basket or bin where they're more accessible, okay? And you know, with anything else, give yourself a little bit of room to grow, okay? So that's the alphas. So now, what's the next category? Okay, now some of this we're going to go into more detail, so if you want to do something a little bit more than just gathering things up and just putting them in a bin, you know to go to level 2. But for some of us, we just need to gather things, and that's all we need to do. So our last group for this week is this and this. You know where I'm going. Yes, adhesive. Do we even go there? Okay, now I don't feel like I'm someone who uses a lot of different adhesive. I really don't. and then this one's gonna come out because I'm almost done with this. Okay, so I honestly don't feel like I'm someone who uses a lot of adhesive. I mean, different types of adhesive. I use a lot, but I'm just saying different types. This is basically my adhesives, you know, basically. So what we're gonna do is, again, we're going to gather what you have, okay? And this is all right near my desk, okay? So then for what we could do, rather than just, you know, look at them and gather them in one area and then think, what am I not using? And my point being, if this isn't something you're using, like glossy accents, if this is not something you use regularly, I doubt it should have the real estate on your desk. Does that make sense? Or maybe if this right here, this is on my desk, and of course I was doing a project, but this really needs to be put away because this is just not something I use. So I need to free that space up for something else, okay? This, I don't even know what that is, you know? So even myself, I'm thinking, now I'm probably going to open this up because this is about ready to be done, and I always like to have well, this is almost empty. So yes, okay, these are both almost empty. I need to get one out and get it ready. Same way with this, okay? When you pull out an ATG refill, and do you have to go get one all the time? Think about where are you putting these where you can have easy access when you need one. Because you know when you run out of an ATG refill, if you have to get off that seat to do it, you know what we do sometimes? We just stop scrapbooking because we don't feel like going to go get a refill. Well, a couple years ago, I realized whenever I would get to the end of a roll, I'd be like, okay, I'm done scrapbooking for the day because I just didn't feel like to go get it. And I thought, how idiotic is that I won't get off my seat to go something, you know, to go get something. I'd just much rather be done for the day. So I told myself, Janet, that makes no sense. Your ATG refills need to be accessible. So what I do, and I'll show this in level 2, but I always have 2 or 3 right, like in a drawer, right by my desk, because then I don't have to get off my seat to go get them. Same way with your foam tape. Now this is something I use all the time. Your foam tape, your foam squares, if this is something you use all the time, it should have prime real estate to your left, to your right. It needs to be handy, okay? Even if that means just getting a bin or a basket and rethinking how you do your adhesives. That's how you can do a space shape up, okay? And all of these, like except for these 2 here, these are going to go someplace else. They're going to go in my overflow because I don't need to have that space, okay? So I will show a little bit more about my adhesives and alphas and all that if you want to go to level 2. So week 1, maintain and go everything we previously maintained. Now, if you're just jumping in to week 7, don't worry about it. Just do what we're doing this week and you can catch up later. And again, maybe we'll do this in the fall. That would be really fun. Maybe before the holidays come. Oh, that would be a good idea. Okay, so then adjust photos, 15 minutes. That's all you have to do. And then also, too, maybe for your photo category this week, maybe you just want to look into getting or what you can use to clean your photos from here on out when you put them in page protectors, okay? I think it's just I think people got out of doing that, okay? And then our layouts, put them in a pile. What needs to be put away, what needs to be done, okay? You'll be surprised how many needs to be put away. Well, yeah, okay, your alphas, give them a little bit of love and attention, and our adhesives. Okay, now with that, last week I asked what was your favorite, your punch and your washi? Oh, I have trouble saying that at times. So what is your favorite alpha or your favorite adhesive? Okay, and I'm gonna give you a minute to think because I have to get another drink. But Joan says it's okay. I'm so sorry. My little Miss Muffet just had me in stitches. Okay, so I will go over my favorite adhesive first because you all know what I'm going to say. This puppy right here. I would honestly give up my ATG, but I would not give up my tacky glue. No, well, you know, it was called Quick Dry. Now this is what it looks like now. Okay, you can't see it in that, but this is what it looks like. Okay. Yes, that is my favorite adhesive. Favorite alphas. Well, we'll probably all say thickers, okay? I don't know if I have a particular thicker that I'm just in love with. I just like them all. I use them all. But I will tell you my favorite alphas are these October Afternoon Daily Flash. Yes. And when I heard that they were going out of business, I found a place and I ordered quite a few. I mean, because you just don't get this anymore. Look, you have an uppercase and a lowercase all in one package, and they were affordable. Okay? I really miss that. Yes. So, maybe another company, if we yelled long enough, would maybe start doing this again. I don't know. I love that. So, list below what is your favorite alpha, or maybe you have a current favorite. because everybody likes to see what everybody's using. And then if you have a favorite adhesive, and someone just recently posted about a new glue, I kind of forgot the name of it, I have it written down. I'm definitely looking into that. And so if you have a favorite adhesive, please list below. And then also up by now should have been a video talking about foam tape and how you can save some money on foam tape. Okay, so now if you're level 2, let's get cracking. Yes, okay, now let me put all this stuff. Okay, so level 2 gals, you know what we're working on. We got some extra steps. Yes. Okay, and I'm going to take one thing away from your list this week, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, so you know, right off the basket, yeah, right off the first thing I'm going to say, we need to dress our basket in our bin. Okay, and I will tell you, I'm putting things in, I'm taking some out. Sometimes it looks empty, sometimes it looks full. That's just, but it's, what I'm saying is, and you know what I'm putting in right now? Those 2 things I'm putting in there because I want them off my desk and I'll deal with them later. Okay, so I just did something. I can cross something off my list. Okay, now a pile. Okay, you don't have to do that this week. You know why? Because the pile we're going to work on, you guessed it, layouts. Now, I wish this was the only pile I had. I mean, I wish my pile of layouts was only this. No, honestly, no, it's not. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is the same thing. You're going to gather all your layouts. Okay, and then what you're going to do is that, you know, same as level 1, we're going to make a pile. What is already completed, what can get put away, and then the other pile is what needs addressed, okay? Now, I will tell you, this pile here is things that needs addressed because a month or so ago, I did the same thing. I put them in piles, what needed layout, you know, what needed put away, and I have them all in those Dollar Tree bags that I love. I have them protected, and I have them down near my albums, and I will take an afternoon, probably after summer, and I'll put them away, okay? And that's what I was going to tell you. If you need a way to protect these till you get to them, either putting away or while you need to address what needs to be done, here's what I'm going to do. The ones that need put away, I put in those Dollar Tree bags because I know they're done, okay? Now, the ones that I know need attention, because I still have things that are loose, okay? I'm putting in pizza boxes, okay? Now, how many pizza boxes do I need to address? I would say, honestly, about 5. Yeah. And that might be a conservative number because I have a lot of layouts that need some work. I'm waiting on some dates and I have a lot that needs journaled. Okay, so for this one, I know it's going to need a journaling. Okay, this one is going to need journaling. So this one, and see, I have notes, I just haven't completed them. Okay, same way with this one. What does this one need? See, I even made notes. Journaling on the left page, lower left, use right photo anchors. So it's just stuff I haven't finished because now this one here, I'm missing 3 other pages that goes with this 4-page spread. Yes, missing. Again, I still have notes. Okay, now I will tell you, when you see notes like this was before I got into the smart idea of always putting the date on the back. Because then if I lose this, you know, it's just same thing. Journaling, I have a date, but no journaling. Oh, Piggly Wiggly. Oh, and there, what do I have? I have something that's, oh, great. Now I have a letter. See, this is what I mean. I'm glad I have corrected this issue, but I'm still working on this issue. I just was really bad. I was pumping out pages and then I just wouldn't finish them. You know, I was doing a lot of challenges and hopping all over the place. And this one, I simply need a date. It's completely done. I just need a date. Again, this one, some journaling. It's just, you know, it's just the way it goes. Oh, but I do love Piggly Wiggly. But now, see, this will bother me. Where did that go? Did that go on this? And that's the problem. This is the problem when you don't finish layouts. Things get missing. And so then, what I wanted to say, once I've already separated what needs to be put away and what needs work done to it, and for me, it's the journaling. So I would tell you to make this quick, I even separated that pile, what was going to get a white based journaling block and what was going to get a not, you know, like an ivory or a neutral color. So that way when I sit down and say I have, you know, a half hour and I want to sit down and do journaling on 4 pages, I know those 4 pages I can just print on one piece of white cardstock or all piece of ivory cardstock or craft. So I even have them separated by the color of my journaling that I'm going to do. But I will tell you, and like I said, I talked about this in another video. I have learned my lesson. when it comes to putting journaling last and putting it in another pile. You just kind of lose the emotion that you do when you're doing a page, and you lose your steam. Yeah, I've learned my lesson. And so now the last year and a half, I've been very, very good at completing my journaling as I do the page. So give some more attention. So then when you're looking at them, and I would say before you put it in the pile that it needs to be put away, is it missing, does it need some extra adhesive? And what I do, I always bend my pages like this. If I see anything pop up, it's getting some adhesive. You know, is it missing, you know, is it missing something, the journaling, the date, you know, and make some notes. Just get some scrap paper, copy paper, make some notes, and that way you can do it. You know, when you sit down, then you don't have to say, well, what does this need? Oh, this just needs a date. That type of thing. Make some notes along the way. Okay, now what are we going to do when it comes to our alphas? Okay, well, you know, you're going to gather them all up, but like I said, I don't think that's a step that a lot of us are going to have to do. I don't think we're haphazard about our alphas. Okay, so what we're going to do, if you want to, is that, you know, we have 3 groups. You could just pick one group. Okay, for example, you could say, I think I'm just going to concentrate on my thickers this week. Okay. And what you could do is maybe you want to say, I want to protect my thickers a little bit better, and maybe you want to put them in 6x12 bags, okay? That might be an organization thing you want to do. And I'll have the link below for 6x12 bags. You can just get them off Amazon. I would tell you, I would not do my thickers any other way. I don't lose any, you know, it's just affordable, you know, it's really good, okay? Or you could say, I'm going to go through my thickers, and I'm just going to purge ones I don't really care for. You could simply do that. Or you could go to your mid-size alphas and you could purge them, okay? And then also to your mini alphas. Maybe you want to put your alphas in the rainbow system, okay? You could do that, okay? Now, I wanted to show a little bit more of how I do my alphas, because this is not a category that I have in one area, nor do I have them stored in the same way, because see, they're different sizes. Okay, so with thickers, and it took me a while. Well, let me start with the smallest. I don't even know where to start, but I wanted to show, okay, for my thickers, and I think I showed this in another video. Okay, and if somebody wants more details about this whole process, just let me know. I'll do a quick video. I just have them in these collapsible bins. Okay, that's all I have. Okay, that's all I have done is just in those collapsible bins. Easy peasy. Okay, and then they have handles. I can bring it to my desk if I need to. Okay, these alphas, well, let me get to the small alphas. Okay, now my small alphas are in this drawer, and yes, that is my small alphas, plus this chunk, and plus I have another chunk somewhere in my Rascog. Okay, that is my small alphas, and I have them by rainbow system. Okay, and this is exactly why I have them stored this way. See how easy that is to find what I need? Rainbow color. Okay, now my medium-sized alphas are right there in the middle. That's just like, it's exactly like what I just showed with my small. It's just that it's a bigger size bin, same way, and they're in rainbow color. Okay, so what I wanted to say was, you may need to rethink, other than purge, you know, you might want to get rid of some, because there's sometimes like certain fonts just, you know, isn't your style anymore. It's okay to purge them. Okay, and then also too, you might want to say, well, maybe I want to just put them all together, and I want them all in the rainbow color. Or maybe you want to just put them by size. There is no one size fits all. You do it how it fits your style. But then you also might want to say, maybe, I think I just lost my train of thought. Other than just going by size, you could go by color. And what I wanted to say is maybe rethink where you have them, okay? Now, like I said, alphas is something you basically use on every layout, so there's no sense having them 45 feet away from your desk. Maybe think about it. Maybe you could put them a little closer to your desk, okay? Now, I work a lot with kits, so I don't have to really go pull alphas a lot. But at one time, I will tell you, I had to, and it was best. And this is going to be different for everybody. I like to have my small alphas in one group. I like my thickers in another group, and I like my medium-sized alpha in another group. I do not have these together because that is how my brain works, and that's how my style is. I know when I want to use this size, I know when I want this, and I know when I want this, if that makes sense, okay? So maybe just give a little bit of thought of how you're doing it now, and maybe you can fine-tune that. Okay, so now let me... Okay, and then also too, you might just want to find a pretty bin and put them in that way. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, like, you know, I've been scrapbooking a long time, so I have a lot of alphas. because I use that on every single layout. And I also use them in my Bible journaling. Yes, I do. Okay, so what's up next? Okay, oh, alphas, I wanted to say, if you're going through them and you're purging and you're looking at them because they're all going to be in front of you, that's the time to get out our book and say, I have no green alphas or I have way too many black. Okay, again, it gives you a visual. You're taking an inventory of your inventory of what you have, what you don't have, what you need, what you don't need. Okay, saves money, absolutely. Okay, then what we're going to do next is we're going to do adhesives. Okay, now with that, in level 1, you know, I said consider where you have your adhesives and what you have, because like there was a couple there I don't need to have on my desk. Why am I taking the time to let them sit front and center when I'm not using them? Okay, now I will show you for my adhesives, and I hope I can bring it forward. Okay, I'll see if I can bring it forward. I'll let you see how I have my adhesives on my desk. My adhesives go in this little tray. I hope that's this little tray right here. That's where my adhesives go. That's why I was saying this is prime real estate, baby. If this isn't what you're going to grab for, you know, really quickly, then there's no sense at being there. Okay, just like that. And I have my corner rounder because I use that a lot, and that is my adhesives. Honestly, that's my adhesives, and I just have them sitting right in front of me. Okay, now with that being said, and there they went. Okay, your foam tape. Where do you have that? Do you have that nearby? Okay, and then your refills, whether you use ATG or whatever. Okay, now this is one of those situations, and I don't know if I just said that. I think I did earlier, where I had this in the wrong place for a long time. You know, honestly, made no sense. So what I do now is I have this humongous cookie jar, and I took the lid off. Okay, and that's how I store my ATG refills. Now I will tell you, I filled that about a year ago. Year and a half ago maybe, and so that's what I'm down to. I have maybe what, a fourth, third left, something like that, but that's near and, you know, not very far from me. But I'll have about 3 of them, and I have them in a drawer. I don't even have to get out of my seat. Same way with my foam tape. Okay, and then all my extras I have just stored in a bin or a basket. Okay, so that's what I want to say. Think about where you have your adhesive, maybe a little quicker, and then also too, maybe think about how you house them. You don't have to have everything across the room, and you don't have, you know, I have a lot of these. They don't all have to be sitting right near me. Maybe just 2 or 3. Same way with foam tape. I have about 4 rolls sitting near me, but believe me, my inventory of foam tape is stored in another place. Okay, just have some accessible really quick, because you don't want to have to get off your seat when you're, you know, creating and you're in that rhythm in the rhyme. Okay, and then also too with your adhesives, while you have everything out and you're looking at it, again, take inventory of what you have, because, you know, you may be running low on something. Okay, and fall is coming up, and I know there seems to be a surge in scrapbooking in the fall because we all feel, you know, at home more. You know, you spend a little bit more time on your crafts, I think, in the fall than any other time of the year. I don't know why that is. Well, it is because the holiday season's too busy. You know, honestly, summer's too busy. So maybe that's why there is a surge in crafting in the fall season. So again, you want to make sure you have some things prepared ahead of time, have enough adhesives. And I will say this, I don't think you could ever have too many adhesives. Never, never. I bought an entire case of ATG refills. Yes, I did. Because I buy them for a year and a half, and then I'll have to think about it again for another year and a half. Probably more close to 2 years for a case of ATG. So that is what we're going to do. Basket and bin. Your pile is actually going to be your layouts this week. Give them some time and attention. You know, do a little bit more. And if you don't have time to journal on them, at least you're thinking about in the future you need to be working on them. Because I seriously doubt that I'm going to have time any this summer to be working on my journaling. It just isn't going to happen. And I don't think I'm going to be able to have time to put them away. Just isn't going to happen. That's okay. And then also to your alphas, purge, take inventory, maybe rethink, put them in a prettier basket and bin. Yes, absolutely. Same way with your adhesives. Think about where you have them. Do you need a few more sitting out close to you? And also to take inventory of what you have. Yes. And that was a lot for week 7. Yes. Okay, and don't forget to list below what is your favorite alpha. These lovely little puppies. What is your favorite adhesive? Oh yes, come to mama. There's my favorites right there. So that will be all we have for week 7. Do you want me to give you a little tidbit of what we're having for week 8? No. I don't think I will, because I don't know if you guys are going to like week 8. But we're tackling one category at a time, okay? One group, okay? So, yes, what do we have coming up? Oh, my word. Okay, I'm just going to say till next week, make sure you get some rest because we have some things coming up. And again, in all honesty, if you only get one thing done, that's keeping this desk surface clean. That's all you have to do in this summer space shape up, because then you're giving yourself permission and room to scrapbook and craft through the summer. That's what it's all about. And this is just a fun little series of tackling little projects at a time. Okay? And again, maybe we'll do it in the fall. Okay, so that's all I have for week 7 of our summer space shape up. I hope you liked that little intro. I tell you, oh man, children are a blessing. Okay, so that's all I have for week 7. Come back to RTS because you never know what we're going to do. Bye.